Okay, good morning grade 10. So for today, we will be discussing lesson number 5, and that is about the Descartes rule of signs. Now, what is the Descartes rule of signs? So first and foremost, the Descartes rule of signs was made or was proposed by René Descartes. So René Descartes is also the proponent of the Cartesian coordinate system, and he is also known as the father of analytic geometry. Now, basically, what is the Descartes rule of signs? So let's do away now with the definition shown on your screen. Now, let's highlight na lang some of the important terms na kailangan natin. So first and foremost, when we say Descartes rule of signs, we will be talking about the roots. Ano ba yung sinasabing roots sa isang function? Now, yun ba yung ugat? Nasa ilalim ba yun ng lupa? No. So when we say roots or zeros of a function, hence the name zeros, so those are numbers or those are values of x that will make the function be equal to 0. So when we say that the function will be equal to 0, so kapag daw sinubstitute natin yung value ng x na yon dun sa lahat ng x sa polynomial function, ang magiging answer is 0. Now, another term na medyo kakaiba dito, yung term na canonical order. When we say canonical order, hindi po siya related sa simbahan or sa music ni Beethoven. But when we say canonical order, that means the terms of the function are arranged from the term with the highest exponent down to the constant term or the term with the lowest exponent. Now, let's say for example, we have the function p of x is equal to x squared minus x minus 2. Now, this function again is a polynomial function and it is arranged in canonical order kasi ang highest exponent is x squared, then sunod ay x, then the constant. So when we say roots of a function, yun daw yung mga number again na kapag sinubstitute natin sa mga x na yan, ang magiging answer is 0. Now let's try for example, wala ko lang kasi sisplito siya, let's try the value of x na positive 2. Let us see whether we will have the value na 0. So let's substitute. So p of the positive 2 equals lahat ng x gagawin natin positive 2. So 2 squared minus 2 minus 2. 2 raised to 2, 2 times 2 is 4, minus 2 minus 2. And obviously 4 minus 2 minus 2, that is 0. So that means si value na p of 2 or c2 when x is equal to 2, ang lumalabas ay 0. So that means si positive 2 is a root of this function. Since root siya, so ibig sabihin, kapag nag-substitute daw tayo ng number na yon doon sa function, magiging sagot ay 0. Now, another theorem na kailangan natin dito is called the fundamental theorem of algebra. So ano ba si fundamental theorem of algebra? Now, ano yung sinasabi ni fundamental theorem of algebra? Sinasabi lang niya kung ano daw yung highest exponent, that is the total number of zeros or roots of a function. So kapag ang nakita nyong highest exponent ay may tayong term pinakamataas ay x raised to 4. So according to the fundamental theorem of algebra, ang makukuha nyong number of roots ay 4 din. Since dito ang highest exponent is x squared or squared, so dalawa lang yung makukuha natin na number ng roots. Again, fundamental theorem of algebra, kung ano yung highest exponent, ganun karami lang yung roots or numbers na value ng x ang makukuha natin ay 0. Okay, let's have the example na sa Descartes rule of signs. Okay, let's say for example, we have x to the 4th power minus 3x cubed plus 9x squared plus x minus 3. On Descartes rule of signs muna tayo, fundamental theorem of algebra. Sorry. So, sabi kay fundamental theorem of algebra, diba, paano malalaman kung ilan yung roots or zeros ng function na to? Okay, that is correct. We must look for the term with the highest exponent. And that term na may pinakamataas na exponent ay ito. Tama? Si 4. So, since the term with the highest exponent or ang exponent ng term na yun is 4, so therefore, there are 4 roots. Now, dun sa 4 na roots na yan, ang tanong, how many are positive and how many are negative? Ilan ang positive, ilan ang negative? Kasi malaking tulong yan kapag alam natin kung ilan yung positive at ilan yung negative roots. So, dyan po papasok si Descartes' rule of signs. Now, according to the Descartes rule of signs, para daw malaman natin kung ilan ang positive at ilan yung negative roots ng isang function, we just need to count kung ilang beses nagpapalit yung sign. Now, paano nagpapalit yung sign? So, let's say for example, yung first term, si x raised to the 4th power, ano ang sign niya? So, that is positive. Sunod, si 3x cubed, ano ang sign ni 3x cubed? That is negative. Sunod, yung next term, 9x squared. That is, kung ano yung operation sa gitna, yun yung sign. So, this is positive. Si x ay positive. Si with constant ay negative. So, bibilangin lang daw natin kung ilan ang changes sa sign. So, from positive, naging negative. So, merong pagbabago. Ganun gawin natin na parang mag-draw tayo ng arc, parang semicircle kapag nagbago yung sign. Sunod, from negative to positive, nagpalit ang sign. So, another count yun. Then, from positive, naging positive, nagbago ba ng sign? Hindi. So, flat line lang tayo. Straight line, kasi wala namang magbabago. Then, positive to negative, nagbago ulit. So, there are 1, 2, 3 changes. So that means the number of positive roots na meron yung function na to ay 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 positive roots. Paano naman si negative roots? Oh, so fundamental theorem of algebra. Ilan daw lahat yung roots? Diba ang max number of roots na niya ay 4. Eh sa 4 na roots daw na yon, meron ka ng 3 positive. Oh, so 4 minus 3, that means isa na lang yung negative na roots. Now, doon sa previous video na pinakita ko sa inyo, sinabi pa yung about sa complex numbers. Complex numbers or complex roots, yun yung may letter I na siya ay nanggaling sa square root of negative 1, which is excuse me, hindi ko na po ibibigay pa sa inyo. So, focus na lang po tayo sa positive and negative roots. Again, para malaman kung ilan ang positive roots, count the number of changes na nagpalit ng sign. Then, para makuha ang negative roots, minus na lang doon sa total number of roots ng function. Let's have another example. We have p of x is equal to x raised to 5 plus 2x to the 4th power plus x cubed minus 6x squared plus x minus 1. So, let us determine how many are, gawin natin yung table ha. Let's determine how many are the positive and the negative roots of this function. Again, gawin mo natin, alamin natin yung sign ng bawat term. Si x raised to 5, this is positive. 2x to the 4th power, positive ulit. Si x cubed, this is also positive. Si negative 6x squared, obviously negative. Then, next term, positive, negative. Sunod, count the number of changes dun sa sign. So, positive to positive, nagbago ba ng sign? Hindi. So, straight line. Sunod, second term to third term, positive to positive ulit, nagbago ng sign? No. So, diretso ang linya. Next, third term to fourth term, positive to negative. Uy, nagpalit. So, that is counted as 1. Then, negative to positive, nagpalit ulit. And lastly, positive to negative, nagpalit ulit. So, another count. Now, ilang beses siya nagpalit ng sign? Ilang beses tayo nagkaroon ng semicircle? So, we have 1, 2, 3. So that means there will be 3 positive roots. Now, paano malalaman yung negative? Balik tayo kay fundamental theorem of algebra. Now, ano ba yung term with the highest exponent? That is x raised to 5. And since 5 ang exponents niya, so therefore, this function ay merong 5 na roots. Now, sa 5 roots niya, meron na tayong nakuha na 3 positive. So, that means ilan na lang yung negative? So, 5 minus 3. So, there will be 2 negative roots. Naintindihan pa grade 10. Okay po? Again, the number of changes sa sign, yun ang positive. Minus lang sa total number of roots, siya na yung magiging negative roots. Para mas madali po tayo. Okay, next, we have 5x cubed. P of x, or the polynomial function, is equal to 5x cubed plus x squared plus x minus 9. Alamin mo natin, ilan lahat yung possible roots? Highest exponent ay 3. So, there are 3 roots. So, out of those 3 roots, ilan kaya ang ilan ang positive, ilan ang negative. So, again, alamin natin kung ilang beses nagpalit ng sign. So, 5x cubed. So, this is positive. Sunod, plus x squared. So, positive ulit. Plus x, positive ulit yan. Then, minus 9, negative. Sunod, alamin natin kung saan siya nagpalit, kung ilang beses kaya siya nagpalit. So, positive sa first term, positive sa second term, there is no change. Positive sa second term, positive sa third term, wala pa rin pagbabago. Sana all no, hindi nagbabago. Then, positive sa third term, negative si fourth term or yung constant, so there is a change. So, ilang beses nagpalit yung sign? So, isa. So, therefore, there is only one positive root. And since there are only 3 roots ng function or 3 zeros, so tatlo lang daw yung values ng x ang magiging 0 kapag sinubstitute natin dito sa function natin yung answer. So, isa ay positive. Obviously, 3 minus 1, so there will be 2 negative roots. Okay po? Okay, this will be the last example. So, we have p of x is equal to x cubed minus 8x squared minus 4x plus 2. So again, alamin muna natin kung ilan lahat yung roots ng function na to. Since the highest exponent ay 3, so therefore, we will have 3 roots. Ilan ang positive, ilan ang negative roots. So this will be, again, alamin natin muna yung mga sign ng bawat term. Positive to, negative, negative, positive. Saan nagagaling yung mga sign na yan? Ito, yung mga operation sa gitna. Then ito, since wala nakalagay dito sa unahan, so therefore, positive yan. Alamin natin ilang beses nagpalit yung sign. So, first term natin ay positive. From positive, naging negative. So, nagpalit. So, that is counted as 1. Then negative to negative, nagpalit ba? Hindi. So, straight line lang. Then from negative, naging positive. This is plus ha. Sorry, break ko na lang ha. Wait mo na. Ayan. Wait natin sa yellow para siya yung ulit ng positive. Ayan. Then from negative again, negative ang third term, naging positive ang fourth term. So there is also another change. Ilang beses siya nagpalit? So we have 1, 2. So therefore, there are 2 positive roots and 3 minus 2. So 1 negative roots. Again, for this function, there will be 2 positive. Ayan, magsulat ng ballpen ko. Naubos na yata yung tinta. 2 positive roots and 1 negative root. So meron daw dalawang positive na value ng x na kapag sinubstitute natin sa lahat ng x itong function na to, ang magiging answer ay 0 at may isang negative root or may isang value ng x na negative na kapag sinubstitute dito sa function na to, the answer will be 0. So that is the Descartes rule of signs. Malalaman yung importance ito once we go to the next lesson, and that is the integral zeros theorem. Okay, again, grade 10, that is lesson number 5, the Descartes rule of signs. Okay, thank you, grade 10, and God bless us all.